Going. Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Kennett, and she's a leadership development coach at Elevate Execs, and she works exclusively with executive coaches to build out their business and turn their side hustle into a full-time career. Now, I'm super excited to have this conversation, really share with you guys today. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Kate.
Thank you so much for having me.
Excellent. Before we go any further, if you're watching this from any location outside of our free community, I just want to personally invite you to come and join us inside. Inside, we're having great conversations and some mastermind where people come and support each other every day. So if that is what you've been missing in these, maybe isolating times for some people, I want you to come and join us by clicking the link either above or below the video. Now, Kate, what was life like before you got into really coaching and training, and what was the, catalyst or driver that brought you into the field?
So I spent my life working corporate jobs that I just didn't really love. And they were just jobs because they paid, they were convenient, close to home, worked around family life. And I never really found kind of my seat at the table. I'd never really had that feeling like this is what I want to do. I'd worked a bunch of different places, sales, marketing, customer service, just a ton of stuff. And I felt like I just wanted more. I wanted to do something that felt more meaningful. So I kind of found coaching really through wanting to create like a communal space, a little bit like a Facebook type of website for couples. That was originally what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a place where people could come and kind of unload and ask questions about other people's relationships. And when I realized that actually that was coaching, it was the first thing that I wanted to do. So I jumped in, I got myself qualified, and I wanted to coach something that I had personally experienced, and that was, the struggle, the juggling act of having children and trying to keep a relationship alive in all of that, and trying to work and earn money and juggle all of those things without letting anything slip, and without forgetting to take care of yourself. So that's where I started. It was a tough hill to climb, starting your own business with like zero business knowledge whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a steep learning curve. And I had, a great circle of coaches around me that I'm still very, very much in touch with today that helped me along. But I found that my focus was shifting. So that's when I started to make the change.
And the change was shifting towards the new one, correct? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I found that my coaching with families was having a natural kind of evolution into a more corporate space. In that, I was looking, I was looking at the work-life balance. I was looking at how our relationships impact our work, because everybody works to earn money. Everybody works to provide. You want to be able to do the things that you enjoy doing. You want to be able to buy groceries and not have to worry about the cost of things. So everybody works to earn. And when your relationships are impacting your work and how you perform, it can throw everything off. When work isn't going well, and then you come home and the struggle of work not going well is maybe that you're not hitting those targets, maybe you're not handing those projects in on time, maybe it stopped you from getting a promotion. That has an impact on your home life. So now work isn't providing what it should do, and this is now suffering. Home life is suffering. So I did some research. I was staggered at what I found. American businesses across America are losing $6 billion in revenue every year, purely as a direct result of employees suffering from marital hardship and an unhappy home. That's showing up in all sorts of different places. That's showing up in people taking time off of work, like I said, sales targets not being met, projects not being handed in on time. And I think I just wanted to kind of shine a light on how important it is to be aware of how your relationships impact your work. So I was moving more and more into the corporate space, and I wanted to go into businesses and ask them if they were really taking care of their employees. Are you really asking these questions? Is everybody okay? Mental health has become a far more important subject matter in the workplace and at home, and I just wanted to be a part of that.
Nice. What is one area of our relationships that really cause us to either not hit our goals or our targets inside of our corporate life that we wouldn't really expect? So not just like a flat out argument, but what are some little things that take us off our goals?
Yeah, I think what I have found is not having kind of healthy boundaries set around your availability. So how available you are when you're at work, how available you are to your home. So whether that be to your husband, your wife, your children, and vice versa. So when you're at home, are you really at home? Are you really present, or are you kind of keeping one eye on the phone? You've got the laptop on the side and you're just kind of checking those emails. So your concentration isn't with the people that it should be. When those boundaries aren't met, when they're not set in the first place, and then when they aren't respected by either side, that can really cause issues. When a husband and wife sit down at the end of an evening together and the kids are in bed, you just want to have time together. Even if that's just sat on either side of the sofa, not doing an awful lot, just because, life is tiring and it can be a struggle. But when you're not present, that can cause big issues.
Mhm. Right now, a lot of people are having to adjust to, maybe they've had those boundaries kind of blurred now that we're working from home, and we have the teams and the kids and everybody pulling. What is one thing that people can do to start maybe reclaiming or redefining their boundaries in this quarantine time?
Um, Everybody's living room has become their office. And everyone has turned into homeschool teachers for their kids, and boundaries have gone out the window because not everybody has a palatial mansion that you can just, I'll be in the other side of the house. That doesn't work for everybody. I say my biggest piece of advice would be to find a workspace that is not your bedroom, and find a workspace that you can close yourself off, and just go, when I'm in here, I'm working. When I'm not in here, I'm all yours. And just to try and make those definitions, even if it is within your own house, but just try and make them clear and let people know that, I really have to concentrate on work. And that's okay. Like, everybody's having to juggle right now. Everyone's lives have turned upside down. This has never happened before in the history of what we know it as. And so, people are going to have to make some alterations and adapt a little bit to this new normal. So making some really kind of prominent definitions around how we work. And when I'm not in this space, again, I'm all yours. Let's do whatever you want. Let's have fun. Let's watch a movie. Let's cook dinner. But when I have to work, I have to work. I think the lines are blurring between, again, workspace and, you don't want your partner to suddenly become your PA. So in the UK, we have people that are on furlough, so they are at home and not working, and are unable to work. So if we're on furlough here in the UK, you're also not able to work anywhere else. So you're just at home. Well, if your partner is working from home, it would be very easy to just ask your partner, can you just do this for me? Can you just quickly go and do that? I just need this printing off. And if you're asking your partner to now suddenly help you work from home, if those boundaries also aren't clear, it can cause resentment.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. So as we kind of transition out of this time and, things get back to normal, what does the vision look like for you for as far down the road as you like to think or talk about?
Say that again?
The vision for maybe your life down the road as far as you like to think or talk about.
Oh, I think my husband and I would like to retire in Spain. I think that sounds like a pretty decent idea to me. Our children are still young. They are 7 and 9. So, life here is very comfortable right now. We're very happy. The kids will go back to school in September. And to be quite honest, until all of this calms down, we're not really thinking much further ahead than that. I think the life goal would just be to have a nice, comfortable, quiet life. I'm quite boring at heart. I don't need a fast-paced city to live in. We live in a very tiny rural area in the UK, and we're very happy here. I think my biggest goal is to have a career that fulfills me, and coaching truly does. So I kind of feel like I'm already halfway there.
Let me ask you this question. So everybody has like a different vision, different like goals. What does the word success mean to you?
Oh, I think success for me is actually a lack of stress. So jobs that I've had before have been very target driven. Like I said, I've worked in sales and marketing before, and it's always been a very fast paced life. And although some people thrive in that kind of atmosphere and they love that kind of, that energy that is brought when you have those kind of targets and deadlines and everything's going go, go. For me, I think success is just a lack of stress, that feeling of I'm in control of my space, I'm in control of my career, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I think always learning as well. I think to be successful is to be in that space of forever learning. I don't think you can ever be at a time when you think, well, I know enough now. I'm good, I got it. So I think it's just, for me, it's about enjoying what you're doing in all areas of your life.
Nice. Nice. Do you have anything new going on? Any new projects or openings up, or conferences or anything?
Yeah, so Elevate Execs, we have three main areas of focus for leadership development, and it's career transition. So for people that are looking to, maybe move up to a promotive position, move along to a different company altogether. And we also, again, leadership development, but with executives, so C-level executives looking to really hone in on their skills and their strengths. And then new for us is the Elevated Coaches Program, which myself and our CEO, Angie Bruin, created together. And so that is kind of my new focus right now is helping coaches build out their business, which, as you introduced me before, is really what I'm focusing on. So helping coaches take their coaching business from a part-time struggle almost to a full-time profitable career, which is exactly where I was before I joined the team. I was trying to manage my business as well as a corporate job, as well as a home and children and a husband. And you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I was kind of given the opportunity to work with the team and to see everything that they had built around their business, everything that Angie had created. Once I saw all of that working and all of that in place, I was like, oh my God, this is what I was missing. But yeah, not knowing any of that, not having any kind of business knowledge really to speak of, it was a big eye opener. And as soon as I thought, God, if only I had had this information, if only I had been able to see what I needed, maybe my business on my own would have been very different. But your journey takes you to different places. And I'm so thrilled that I didn't have that information then, because it may not have led me to Elevate Execs and to work with the rest of the team.
Nice. Thanks so much for coming on the show today and really sharing your story and just communicating with us further. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I've loved it. And thank you so much for having me.
So you're welcome. And for those watching, we thoroughly hope that you found this valuable. And once again, if you haven't already, come and join us inside of our free community. Once again, it's just a mastermind where we come in and inspire and uplift each other every single day. So if that's what you've been missing in these interesting times, then I recommend you go click the button either above or below the video and come and join us inside of that free community. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some great value as well. Have a great day. We will talk to you soon. We'll see you in the next episode. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1.